Well, our top story today from the GatewayPundit.com, President Trump torches ABC News reporter for asking questions about Qatar's gift of a luxury jet. We're talking about this story and so much more here on the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review. My name is Elijah Schaffer, and this is the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours in around 10 minutes. Our top story today, President Trump torches ABC News reporter for asking questions about Qatar's gift of a luxury jet. Christina Lila reports. President Trump torched an ABC News reporter as he signed an executive order aimed at lowering drug prices on Monday. Sunday evening, President Trump announced that he will be taking action to reduce pharmaceutical drug prices by 30% to 80%. He said this directly on Truth. For many years, he said, the world has wondered why prescription drugs and pharmaceuticals in the United States of America were so much higher in price than they were in any other nation, sometimes being 5 to 10 times more expensive than the same drug manufactured in the same exact laboratory or plant by the same company. It was difficult to explain and very embarrassing because, in fact, there was no correct or rightful answer. Pharmaceutical drug companies would say for years that it was research and development costs, and that all of these costs were and would be, for no reason whatsoever, borne by the suckers of America alone. Campaign contributions can do wonders, but not with me and not with the Republican Party. We are going to do the right thing, something that the Democrats have fought for many years. Therefore, I am pleased to announce tomorrow morning at the White House at 9 a.m., I will be signing one of the most consequential executive orders in our country's history. Prescription drug and pharmaceutical prices will be reduced almost immediately by 30% to 80%. They will rise throughout the world in order to equalize and, for the first time in many years, bring fairness to America. I will be instituting a most favored nations policy whereby the United States will pay the same price as the nation that pays the lowest price anywhere in the world. Our country will finally be treated fairly, and our citizens' healthcare costs will be reduced by numbers even thought of before. Additionally, on top of everything else, the United States will save trillions of dollars. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. Now, obviously, that's a great thing, right? That's a fantastic moment. The fact that we would be lowering the drug prices. Well, on Monday, President Trump criticized Big Pharma as he signed the executive order aimed at aligning the U.S. government paying for prescription meds to prices paid by other countries. But during the signing in the Roosevelt Room, a reporter for ABC News asked President Trump about a Boeing 747 gifted from the royal family of Qatar. Check out this video. We have the whole interview for you. And it's quite a masterful work of art, the way that Trump manages this. Watch.
Mr. President, what do you say to people who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you? Why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why
it's
not?
Only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us. I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. You know, there was an old golfer named Sam Snead. Did you ever hear him? He won 82 tournaments. He was a great golfer. And he had a motto: when they give you a putt, you say, thank you very much. You pick up your ball and you walk to the next hole. A lot of people are stupid. They say, no, I insist on putting it. And then they putt it and they miss it. And their partner gets angry at them. You know what? Remember that, Sam Snead. When they give you a putt, you pick it up and you walk to the next hole and you say, thank you very much.
Respectfully, sir, as a businessman, some people may look at this and say, have you ever been given a gift worth millions of dollars and then not received anything?
It's not a gift to me, it's a gift to the Department of Defense. And you should know better, because you've been embarrassed enough, and so has your network. Your network is...
Yeah, it is kind of interesting, right? It is sort of a gift to the Department of Defense. It's a gift to the American people. Now, he can't take gifts, but I was telling people, I go, you know, I've been working in this industry for a very long time, and receiving money from foreign interests is a part of the American way of life. It's not very ethical, but like countries have gifted us things forever, right? You ended up having the Statue of Liberty was a gift. And we have the London Bridge is in Arizona. You know, London Bridge is falling down. The London Bridge is in Arizona. Technically it was purchased, but it was gifted by the government and purchased. Isn't that weird? You can't even go to the London Bridge in London anymore. It's in Lake Havasu. I've been there. Yeah, it's a jet. $400 million. It's the price of a carton of eggs today. So I'm not tripping out about it. Plus, everyone's like, oh, it's Qatar. They're an enemy state. I get it. If you're sensitive to the Israeli issue, then you might find this to be a little bit off-putting because obviously Qatar does protect Hamas. But the U.S. has always played both sides of every war, right? I mean, look at we created ISIS. So sometimes we support terrorism, and that's just truthful. And also, Qatar is not a terrorist state. I don't believe that's true. There are bad people in every country. There are people that support terrorism in our country, right? Doesn't make us a terrorist state. There's a bit of a difference there in understanding. Now, that being said, many of you guys know that basically, you ever feel fatigued? You feel like you don't have the grit. Maybe your libido is low. Your love life isn't where it used to be. Well, you might be experiencing chronically low levels of testosterone. Now, why? This could be due to lifestyle choices, diet, maybe even environmental toxins. But the truth is that scientists know that testosterone is so low that young men today that are 18 have a weaker grip strength than 60-year-old men did in the 1950s. That's a problem, and it's getting worse. Well, listen, if you have diminished strength, reduced libido, mood swings, any of these overall loss of vitality side effects, you might not be feeling your best self, and you need to up your testosterone using supplementation. Right now, Man's Edge is offering you one of the best deals ever. It contains natural ingredients like fenugreek, IGF-1, NO2. These are powerful symbiotic mechanisms that will help you feel your best and increase your testosterone up to 46%. Plus, take this specific one instead of pills because it's under the tongue, and it's a liposomal delivery system, which gives you 98% of absorption. Buy one, get one free right now at tboostnow.com, TBOOSTNOW.com, promo code Elijah. That's tboostnow.com, promo code Elijah, plus save an additional 10%. Check it out. Now, that being said, adults must ring doorbell for entry after DC area McDonald's bans under 21-year-olds from indoor dining for repeated incidents of student violence. This is absolutely insane. Check out this video we have of this story from Kristen Taylor, who reports what a bizarre news story.
Well, a new policy is now in place at a McDonald's in Fairfax County. Those who want to dine inside the Franconia Road location must be 21 years of age or older. This comes after multiple fights among young people broke out in the dining room area, according to management. News 4's Dominique Moody explains the reason for the change and the new process customers have to go through to get a Happy Meal.
Imagine it's lunchtime and you're ready to get that nice, juicy burger. You've been waiting all day for those nice hot fries at Mickey D's. And so you come to this Virginia location in the Franconia neighborhood in Fairfax County, and you're going to run into a couple of things that might be unusual from what you're used to seeing. First is this sign telling you why they are asking you to ring the doorbell and what prompted this new policy.
This video obtained by News 4 shows the melee inside of this Fairfax County McDonald's last week. The location is right down the street from Thomas Edison High School in the Franconia neighborhood.
These kids are off the chain. They have no respect, no discipline, and it seems like how they acting, their parents is allowing them to act.
Workers inside tell us young people, including some from Thomas Edison, can be seen fighting, heard cursing, and standing on tables in the video. Managers of the McDonald's say those actions and other similar incidents led to a new policy and this sign on the front door on Monday, reading, quote, due to repeated incidents of student violence, the location is temporarily closed for dine-in service to anyone under 21 years of age.
Like, we sitting down eating, y'all smoking, y'all drinking, y'all cussing. Come on, yo. Like, come on.
Stacy says she, along with her grandkids, stopped by the Golden Arches location in the past and saw a group of young people disrupting other customers inside. She says she's okay with the new rule.
I understand where they coming from because that's turning customers away. If you hear you acting up, that's they losing their business.
Management says adults age 21 and up can still enjoy their Big Macs and Happy Meals inside. They may be asked to show their ID. To get service, customers need to ring the doorbell, and a team member will let you inside.
This McDonald's, I would have never expected it.
Other customers, like Bridget, say she hopes young people understand that their actions have consequences.
It's a company. It should be a safe establishment for families to enjoy their food. Young people, we can't just, we want to take that energy and redirect it.
In Fairfax County, Dominique.
Well, it seems like in our country, there's a lot of these teen problems. Everyone ever noticed that? Sort of this problem where we can't enjoy anything because of teens. It's very, very, very difficult situation. I mean, look, what's also crazy too? The Mall of America, you now also cannot be unaccompanied without someone older than 21 with you because of the same teen problem. Also reminding you that's where they put all the Somali immigrants, but that has nothing to do with that, right? Now, in order to go to the Mall of America, you have to be 21 because they have so much teen problems going on. That's not a joke. That's what they said. I was like, it's weird. They never had those problems before the immigrants came in. It must be a coincidence. Am I right? Probably. That being said, a woman in a canoe pays with her life after passing over a hidden alligator. Absolutely gut-wrenching. A Florida woman died Tuesday afternoon when an alligator flipped her canoe and attacked her in Lake Kissimmee, which is south of Orlando and east of Tampa. Cynthia Diakima, 61, sat at the bow of the 14-foot canoe as she and her husband paddled a shallow depth near the mouth of Tiger Creek. The couple passed over an alligator in 2.5 feet of water, and the reptile began thrashing and flipping the couple's boat over. I don't know if we have a video of that. We might right here. Let me go ahead and see. I guess this is just one of the images of her. Here she is. Florida woman killed by alligator during couple canoe trip. Cynthia was canoeing with her husband at the mouth of Tiger Creek. This is absolutely tragic. We have a video of the report talking about what happened. Check this out. This is a tragedy. We pray for her family.
This morning, a horrifying alligator attack at a local state park. A woman ends up being killed in the water while she was out on a canoe trip with her husband. It happened in Lake Kissimmee State Park yesterday.
And unfortunately, the area is no stranger to attacks like this. News 6's Angie Casada joins us live in studio. And Angie, what are we learning about the attack this morning?
Yeah, we now have the chilling radio calls, guys, from first responders and new details from the Florida Wildlife Commission. This is the second time in just 2 months that a gator is attacked in the same area. The calls for help came in just after 4 in the afternoon. A woman canoeing in Tiger Creek grabbed by a gator.
Gator grabbed her out of the canoe. He tried to fight the gator off. We're at the last place he saw her.
Her husband tried to save her, but couldn't. FWC confirms the woman's body was recovered shortly after.
The helicopter spotted the victim floating in the water, and FWC officers recovered her from the water where she was pronounced deceased.
And it's not the first incident in these waters. In March, another woman was bitten on the arm by a gator at the same creek. FWC says serious gator attacks are rare, but remind people to stay alert near Florida's waterways. Now, a press conference is scheduled for later this morning to provide more information. Of course, we'll be following that conference and bringing you any new details here on News 6.
That's a big girl. That's very nice that we're sort of having this, more inclusivity in the media world. Typically, they get mad at you in this industry when you gain weight. That's actually a really true thing. Like, even when I gain a little bit of weight, I get messages, hey, you got to take care of your health. You know what I mean? But I guess we're just changing the way we do life. And I only brought that up because, things are changing, but I don't know why people voluntarily go in the Florida waterways. Like, I saw this funny tweet from a black guy that was like on this story. He was like, and that's why we black folks stay out of the water. And I was like, hey, fair enough, man. It's not making fun of the situation, but it's like, these are very dangerous places. Well, I'm in Florida. We're in Florida here. That's why I say here. But it's a truly tragic situation. We do pray for her family because it is so sad to lose someone. I'm sure the husband is just in absolute, I would be mortified. I don't even know how you live with yourself after you lose your wife to a gator and you don't successfully get her out. But those gators are strong, man. So stay out of the water. That being said, Warren Buffett just invested over $50 billion in energy. Billionaire Ken Griffin increased his oil investments by 150%. Even Elon Musk says that we cannot live without oil. But here's what the Wall Street is not telling you. There's a smarter way to profit from oil than buying stocks. It's a unique investment that lets you collect monthly royalty checks from America's richest oil fields. You're not buying shares in a company. You're getting direct ownership in oil-producing properties. And you can start with just $25. You can learn more about the #1 oil royalty play for 2025 at ElijahOil.com. That's ElijahOil.com to discover how to collect monthly oil royalty checks today. That's ElijahOil.com, ElijahOil.com. Check it out today. Now, that being said, jury unanimously clears 3 ex-cops of all state charges in killing a black man that sparked riots. Tennessee court on Wednesday acquitted all state charges against the 3 policemen involved in the 2023 deadly beating of Tyre Nichols. Former officer Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith were found not guilty of second-degree murder, and all their state charges were related to the death. After a 9-day trial in Memphis, it took jurors more than 8 hours to reach a conclusion on Wednesday. The acquittal was unanimous. Upon hearing the verdict, the 3 officers hugged each other and their lawyers. But not everyone shared this sentiment. Today's verdicts are devastating miscarriage of justice. Ben Crump and Antonio Ramanucci, the civil rights attorneys representing Nichols' family, said in a release, the world watched as Tierra Nichols was beaten to death by those sworn to protect and serve. The brutal and inhumane assault was captured on video, yet officers responsible were acquitted. You can see here as well, I guess this is the footage. Check this out. So you can see them going through here. They have him down the floor. He's going down. Let's see. I don't know if this is really an execution. You can watch the full video at thegatewaypundit.com. Anyway, it's quite an interesting story of what happened because many people are critics saying, the cop said, man, I was hitting him with straight haymakers, dog, says one. Now, who's really guilty and who's not, you'll have to decide for yourself by going to our website, thegatewaypundit.com. But it's a tough job, and I've been mistreated by cops. I know my producer has been mistreated by police before as well, so I'm not here running for bad behavior. But quite frankly, a lot of these people that are getting beat up and stuff for committing crimes, and it's like you just get tired as a police officer of certain communities and people. So it makes sense sometimes why this stuff happens. Now, that being said, the Slopadopolus show, Trump rips ABC's Martha Raddatz for dragging him into papal coverage. Listen to this. Turns out that President Trump unloaded on ABC's Martha Raddatz Sunday after the longtime network anchor took a bizarre detour during her interview with Cardinal Blaise Kupich. We have a copy of this video here. You can watch it in just a moment. But what's quite interesting about this is that, these people just, I don't know, they continually think that Trump is some sort of a pariah, that they can take advantage of him, but they can't.
Pope Francis cared so much about the poor and migrants. Pope Leo does as well. In some ways, will he be a counterbalance for what's happening in American politics right now and President Trump?
I think he's going to help complete and complement our political agenda. He'll talk a lot about the immigrants as well, because he knows about the sufferings of people and the real needs that they have for a better life. And he knows, too, that people in Oceania, for instance, where the rising sea levels are just overwhelming those islands, where people are trying to escape. He sees the drug trade that's happening in Central and South America, where there are weapons from the United States going there. He knows that those people need an option. And he'll call for, I think, as the bishops have in the United States, fixing this broken immigration system.
Yeah, what a bizarre turn of events. I mean, look, he said Pope Leo will talk a lot about illegal immigration. In some ways, he will be a counterbalance for what's happening in American politics right now and President Trump. I think he's going to help complete and complement our political agenda. He'll talk a lot about the immigrants as well. It's very, very interesting, how people politicize the Pope. Congratulations to all the Catholics on your new Holy Pontiff, your father. I'm not a Catholic myself, so, the whole apostolic succession thing is a little new to me, and I'm not, very familiar. But I know that, a lot of people have a problem with the Pope. It's like, well, if you have a problem with the Pope, then maybe just don't be Catholic. Because I always hear Catholics like, well, I have a problem with the Vatican. It's like, well, then you're not really Catholic. I'm just saying. I'm not even a Catholic myself, but it's like being like, I like women. I just want to kill them all. And you're like, well, then you don't really like women, It's kind of like the dumbest stuff. I really love my husband. I just don't want to spend any time. I hate him. You're like, okay, well, makes no sense. Okay. So let me know your thoughts below. By the way, if you want to join our mug club, you can get one of these amazing mugs at thegatewaypundit.com. They're girthy. They are weighty. They also have a nice embossing on them. You should check them out. Again, thegatewaypundit.com. Join the mug club today. I'm Elijah Schaffer. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.